Hey folks, so we suffer flooding from time to time, and on a couple of occasions, yeah, the weather gave us more than my culvert can handle. Stay tuned, I'm going to share a homestead hack with you on how I'm preserving my driveway from being washed out by too much water. Yeah, it's genius. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. Brought you guys out to the driveway because this is the point of interest. We had flooding the other day that kind of was too much water for our culverts to handle. That happens on rare occasions, so no matter how big you make your culverts, there's going to be a time or a cycle of weather about every 10 years that you're just going to get an anomaly. Too much rain, and this time we had too much rain on top of a snowpack. So with that combined, it makes for localized flooding. Since we live in the mountains, we're in the headwaters of these little tributaries. I have several springs that are coming out of the ground on my farm. I also have some streams, creeks, depending on what part of the country you live, and they all flow down to a creek. Yeah, these are streams and springs going together. But my driveway is a problem. The culvert was put in when the property was developed by the original owner. I'm the second owner of the farm. What happens with all the water that comes down, that culvert is just only so big. But the water, it'll flow through the culvert, but then there's so much raw water flow, it flows up over the top of the driveway. And then at times just washing the whole driveway surface away right down to the culvert. I was at risk of losing the culvert one year, and that was right after we moved in, the year we moved in. We were still learning the farm. It takes a couple of years of observation to get acclimated to your new land that you purchase. You don't know, it's all new. You don't know what's going on, what's going to happen. Of course, the weather changes, it runs in cycles, and you just got to get used to those cycles and make accommodations. But let me get to the crux of the show. I want to show you something. So right here is bare. You can see a little bit of it. And over here, you can see another little bit of it. It's carpeting. To fix the problem, I laid in gravel. Then I took some old carpeting that was left on the property after we tore out the old structure that used to be here. And I just laid the carpeting down instead of hauling it to the landfill over the top of my rock. Then I brought in another load of rock using my load handler and my pickup. And we just spread the rock right over the top of the carpet. You know, we've had flooding twice since I did that, and this is the extent of damage that I've gotten since I laid the carpet in.
So this isn't too bad. A couple of years ago when I bought Pine Meadows Hobby Farm, there was this old mobile home sitting here and that was just ripped apart, and there was a bunch of debris, and the carpeting was part of the debris. So instead of taking the carpeting to the dump, I laid it here in the driveway, laid gravel over the top of it, because this part was evidence that flooded out before I bought the property. So apparently there was flooding here. So I knew I was going to be dealing with it. So I just went ahead and laid the carpet out and I put some gravel over the top of it, and it did a fairly good job at retaining the gravel in the road bed. So I only lost about 6 inches of gravel base here. So I guess just part of a pickup load of gravel will fix this. Wowzers.
So now you've seen the carpet right here, and just bringing in rock is no problem. Now that I have a tractor, I just order a great big dump truck load of rock, and I just spread it over my driveway from time to time. I don't have to do it every year. But I'm going to do the same process in the back. So this is the back where I'm talking about, the problem area. So now only twice that I've lived here in the 10 years we've lived here, have we had water fill up the pond so much that it overflowed the pond. Fortunately, I've got enough understructure on the surface of that dike or that dam to be able to protect it and keep it from eroding, and I was able to intervene and create some opening in those pipes and let the water run through. Also, nature kind of helped, because the storm kind of abated and the water levels were finally able to go down. But I anticipate, well, with the cycle we're going through and weather, you know, unpredictable, I'm just going to go ahead and do the same method over my dam. We're replacing the carpeting in the house later this year, and instead of taking the carpeting to the landfill, I'm going to spread it out across the top of my dam, and we're going to lay rock on it, and then I'm going to lay some other material on it, and they kind of like landscape on each side of the path with some structures, so the roots will help keep everything intact and filter that water out, because the water will flow. There will be a lot of water flowing down. I can't help that, but it only happens about once every 10 years, so I'm not too concerned. So that's my homestead hack. Reusing old carpeting instead of taking it to the landfill. I had a friend a couple of years back. She asked me, since I know a lot of things and of a lot of things and I'm creative, she asked me what can she use to put down on the surface of her horse paddock that when she lays a material that we have around here called decomposed granite. When she lays it down, it just doesn't sink into the earth. And I go, try what I do. I just use old carpeting, and then I lay a top surface over the top of it, and it does not sink into the earth. It doesn't. It stays on top. And the carpet is made out of a natural product which eventually breaks down, but it's safe for the environment, and that's why I like it. I'm Jerry Hansen, your host. This is Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. We're a frugal homestead tucked high in the Cascade Ranges of the Pacific Northwest. Please stay tuned to more videos. You could do that by subscribing, clicking that bell icon. That also alerts you to new videos as I upload them. Be safe, always be kind. We'll see you guys in the next adventure. Bye-bye now.